All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, or good afternoon, I should say. It's your brother Bolo VNR. And we have some updates, we have some breaking news. Bangarang, of course. That's going on in the political space. The leading story right now is the push from Marlon Morgan that there is a KSMC scandal going on, right? The PMP responded with a cease and desist statement from Marlon Morgan because they find his comments on a press conference that they did to be inflammatory, baseless, without any evidence, and straight propaganda. So it's going to the courts, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to the courts. It's going to the courts. Right? Now, to add to that, the breaking news or the update that I have, ladies and gentlemen, from that situation with Marlon Morgan is that two anti-corruption agencies, has confirmed that there is no probe going on. They have confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no probe going on with that situation at the KSMC. All right, I found that to be very interesting, and that came in the Gleaner. Let me show you the Gleaner right here. It says, no probe yet into KSMC misuse claims, says two agencies. Nara Wagwan, blessing. So, guys, hit the like button. All they have to do is tap the screen twice to hit the like button. All right, that's all they have to do. Tap the screen twice. Okay. So that is one of the updates, ladies and gentlemen, with Marlon Morgan. What am I looking at here? Look like I'm getting even more update. Oh wow, this is Portland again. All right. Like I said, it's coming in fresh, ladies and gentlemen. You hold on and let me put this thing right here so someone can hear this audio good, guys. Again, my internet is trash right now, so this look like them a Varsland, people. So I'm going on a Varsland. Hold on, let me turn up the audio. Excuse me. This video look like it just met this morning, fresh. Greetings to Velma. How you doing, Velma? Nora Harris, big up. Guys, hit the like button coming in, all right? Share the live. Let's see how this go here. This has fresh news, you know. Ryan Campbell, good morning, my brother. Hit the like button coming in, guys. Hit the like button coming in. All right, so that's the first video. Yes, this is Varsland. I was correct. Look at that. I was correct. Why when rain fall, the people them suffer. Nobody cannot cross it. We say, oh, jumping at the on the side. Hey, no, right easy. You know? I guess this is the site. This is the part that they made for the river. Yeah, so that is Varsland confirmed, but we're not here for that right now. But this is updates and breaking news, right? So in real time, we get it like that. Somebody just sent me that a while ago. No, like I said before, Marlon Morgan and the JLP's in hot water. You understand? If they cannot prove any ill doings by the PMP at the KCMC, this is going to be one of the biggest flops ever. Well, I guess maybe they are not trying to prove anything. Maybe they're just trying to plant a seed of doubt. Now, I have been very clear on my stance. Wherever corruption is, I don't care who is involved, lock them up and start with the Prime Minister of Jamaica. That is my position. Lock them up. All right? Just lock them up. We don't want to hear any fluff. We don't want to hear any, no, I don't want to hear none of that. I want to see people get locked up.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
This is Angela Bunbrook, chair of the People's National Party. The PNP categorically rejects the Jamaica Labour Party's latest baseless and defamatory attacks, a desperate attempt to mislead Jamaicans and distract from the government's corruption scandals. This reckless smear campaign is unacceptable, and the PNP will take legal action to put an end to it. We have full confidence in our General Secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and the Mayor of Kingston, His Worship, Councillor Andrew Swaby, who have been unjustly targeted. These malicious and politically motivated accusations, without a shred of credible evidence, are nothing more than a cowardly attempt to deflect attention from the JLP's governance failures and corruption scandals. The PNP challenges the JLP and its operatives. If you possess any legitimate evidence, submit it to law enforcement authorities. Otherwise, cease these defamatory attacks immediately. We also call on law enforcement agencies to clarify whether any investigation is indeed underway. If such an investigation exists, those involved should be informed through due process rather than being subjected to the JLP's political theater. While the JLP wages a campaign of lies and deception, Jamaicans continue to suffer under its failing leadership. Hundreds of millions of dollars in public funds have been squandered. The government has wasted $23.4 million in just 1 year on an unauthorized lease for an empty building in Anota Bay.
We have to pause right there. I said that in a live. Right? I said that in a live stream. What about Norman Dunn presently collecting our taxpayers' money? I said that in a live stream. How do they have? See, it's one thing saying that money went to these people, and it's like 300 to 500,000 in the figure, which I understand. And if they not if for the JLP to take this stance against that amount of money and make these types of claims, I'm wondering where is the same energy for Norman Dunn situation and many others that we could name where billions and trillions of dollars is unaccounted for. What they want to do is tell us, no man, the money was used for this and you should just take our word for it. Well, the PMP is saying no corruption is here, so you should take their word for it. But you don't want to take their word for it. You want this entity to be probing. You want that entity to come and question everything. So why don't you want the entities to come and question the Jamaica Labour Party? I am confused. I really don't understand. But let's continue.
Benefiting a sitting JLP member of parliament. A private company continues to collect $475.7 million from taxpayers for an unoccupied property in Greenville, Manitoba. Funds that should have been invested in hospitals, schools, and infrastructure. A media house that allegedly owes over $1 billion in unpaid taxes continue to receive government contracts. The Prime Minister and his administration have persistently clashed with the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General,
Talk about
resisting every effort to hold them accountable.
And yes, Marlon Morgan mentioned accountability in that press conference. It's just it's ridiculous. It's all you have no credibility. Like, talk about living in a glass house and throwing stones. It is amazing. It is amazing the gall of these people. No, seriously, we can't believe this. It's crazy, man.
Their refusal to sign the Integrity Commission's Code of Conduct confirms that Jamaicans already suspect that this government has no interest in transparency or ethical governance. Instead of addressing these urgent concerns, the JLP is preoccupied with manufacturing scandals to manipulate the public and deflect from its own corruption crisis. The PNP will not be distracted by the JLP's desperate attempts to shift focus from their failures. We remain committed to good governance, transparency, and ensuring that public funds serve the Jamaican people, not political deception and corruption.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook.
You know what just come to me? I wonder if the PNP set up the JLP, knowing that they would bite this. I wonder if them set them up. I wonder if Lawrence Rowe is a double agent. Because, it's really, really funny to me, man. It's truly funny to me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I made it, ladies and gentlemen. I made hot off the press thumbnails. You know, some guy I wrote differently. Me think global right now. Now, I woke up and I said, wait a minute. What am I looking at? I saw my face. But, usually I use my face on the thumbnails that I use, right? And then I said, wait a minute. No, that's out of the press. When I clicked on it, believe me when I tell you that the video just started. And then I looked at the title and I said, oh my God, what is going on? Right? No, wait a minute. This is a very serious topic, because the housing situation and everything, right? Now look at your screen. Who that beside Andre Stevenson with the item open up? ABR News Wagwan. You think turn up? Big up yourself and assist. Oh my God. I say I did feel me the thumbnail with Now look on these players on the screen. You talk about the Titans and you talk about Andre Steven. Excuse me. You talk about Andre Stevenson to blows and skirt people. Me gone viral and but no, it's a serious thing this now. Now, I put out the video saying that I put out a video saying that the title was, oh my God, in regards to this same topic we're about to go over. Oh my God. No, not that one. Wow. This one. Andrew Honest JLP social housing program exposed by Desmond McKenzie. Now, them can't come for me for that, because of Desmond McKenzie, so him say. Don't it? So you know that go. All right. Let us read.
housing situation. Mouth, you and Desmond Mackenzie. So what are you saying? Me wisdom warriors. We done with the benefit of the doubt. Get to very housing with Desmond Mackenzie. That means say must slam the whole away. Yeah?
Let we go back.
Warriors, wagwan.
Wanna hear
I'm
this?
back again with another video. Wanna know say Andrew Onless came out, Lord Jesus.
Strong.
And Andrew Onless say he's talking about basically he slammed social media rumors. That means say must slam the whole away. Yeah? Or if you slam in and slam in.
So Andrew Owner say rumors them spreading. Andrew say rumors we are spread people. What can go so? What can go so? Tell me what can go so now. How is it that we're spreading rumors? Virgin, we play the words of Desmond Mackenzie. It's not my word. And all 40 people watching. Me just a beg you to hit the like button here. It's free here. It no cost nothing. Listen to this.
Before the man come out and slam Desmond Mackenzie, the man has slammed social media.
Exactly.
Mighty God. So the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation is rejecting social media rumors, claiming that the houses delivered under the new social housing program, NSHP, are not owned by the beneficiaries. Contrary to the misinformation circulating on social media, the housing units provided under the NSHP are fully owned by the beneficiaries, not the government of Jamaica, the ministry said. So Andrew Holness come out and clarify. Yeah, listen. So okay, Andrew Holness, yeah, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, my people, yeah?
Right.
Just, me know say, oh no want to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, but just give him the benefit of the doubt, yeah? All right. So just say the new social housing program, which is the NSHP, are not owned by the government, yeah? They're owned by the beneficiaries, yeah? All right. So what is owned by the government?
Yeah.
You tell me. What is owned by the government? What are you talking about? Because I mix here, come mix up we know, you know. And you only say, no, where do you know? Yeah, come mix up with the Jamaican people now, you know. I only come out and talk about the indigent house, you know. And that we are talking about. And that we are talking about. So we not talk about that, but I come make it look like we are talking about no social house. We are talking about indigent housing, the same very housing where you came out and talk about. The same very housing where Desmond Mackenzie keep press briefing and talk about and say it is not owned by you, it is owned by the government. And that we are talking about. So where you come and mix we up for?
Exactly.
You know, say I mix this some money, I try mix we up.
Straight mix up, mama.
You know that though? No house we own bill on somebody land must not owned by the government. And a phone land. And a phone land. So nobody can trick we are going to talk about social housing. I don't care which housing. We don't care which housing. If a indigenous housing, if a social housing, no house for government bill. And no, it is owned by the government. And that we are talking about. So where you come and mix we up for? You know, say I mix this some money, I try mix we up. You don't know that though? No house we bill on somebody land must not owned by the government. And a phone land. And a phone land. So nobody can trick we are going to talk about social housing. I don't care which housing. We don't care which housing. If a indigenous housing, if a social housing, no house for government bill and nobody land must owned by no government.
Totally agree.
Not easy. Uno out order. Uno out order a little bit of my case now. Uno to be a face. My people, I don't forget what they do to the people down a land island, you know. Down a beer road.
Before you go there, so now. See it as the article, ladies and gentlemen. Make we do some finer reading upon the article here. Let me see if I see an article. Hold on. Hold on, them people. Hotspot, me have to use my phone. See that? Government slams rumors regarding social media program, housing program. Right? It says the Minister of Economy, Growth and Job Creation is rejecting social media rumors claiming that the houses delivered under the new social housing program are not owned by the beneficiaries. Contrary to the misinformation circulating on media, the housing units provided under the NSHP are fully owned by the beneficiaries, not the government of Jamaica. The ministry says Thursday, Prime Minister Holness has traveled across the country in recent weeks, handing over keys to beneficiaries. Hold on. Let's hear. It says the Prime Minister says we are affirm that no houses built under the NSHP are on land where beneficiaries lack property rights. People want to pay attention to all of these details. It's going to come in handy. Wait, that's why I'm reading it. Listen to what he's saying. Again, we affirm that no houses built under the NSHP are on land where beneficiaries lack property rights. All houses are constructed on land provided by the beneficiaries, a core requirement for receiving a social house under the NSHP. This includes land ownership, land term lease, or granted permission supported by legitimate claims such as deeds of gift. All right, let's continue. Oh, wait a minute. The ministry added that the program does not currently operate on a rent or lease or rent to own basis, as the NSPH does not own a portfolio of land. The ministry said it remains steadfast in its commitment to advancing the vital program and will continue to ensure its integrity, transparency, and positive impact on the lives of those in need. We urge those spreading false information about the NSHP to cease, as this misinformation undermines a program dedicated to improving the lives of vulnerable Jamaicans. A press release chided. You hear them go on? All right. But just make sure some read all right, you know. All right. All right. Wait. The ministry says it's working to build its capacity to partner with individuals willing to donate land for the construction of social houses, which will then be allocated to approved beneficiaries. As of January 31st, NSHP has completed approximately 300 housing units, providing 648 rooms and benefiting over 968 individuals across Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now let's go back to the audio clip now. What the Prime Minister is saying out of his own mouth. Let's get it. We have to find a way, people. You see that? Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Remember, so then here cause of land, me not forget, I don't forget. So nobody come go and like say, we like Jamaican people, I only know what to put their land. Because that's that you do. You say, person that come out and say, take asking about the social housing program. So the social right. And you cannot fool every.
Oh Lord, my bad. Hold on.
In Jamaica. Me people, this manager is a mix up things, He was the person that came out, Me have the evidence, You know what? I want to listen to this.
Listen to this.
Listen to Andrew Wallace. Hear this. So, yeah, you're asking about the social housing program. So the social housing program is designed to assist Jamaicans who are in the most difficult housing situations, meaning that their housing condition is such that it is considered to be unsafe, unhealthy, in a state of dilapidation, and their economic condition is such that they are not able to improve, upgrade, repair, or rehabilitate their housing. They are not working. They are probably retired. They're senior citizen, or they're indigent. We also require that the beneficiary has access, owns, or has permission to use the land on which the granted benefit will be built. So, how do you actually get on the program? The first point is through your member of parliament. It's an MP-driven program, all right? So they will take your information. They are allotted 5 housing solutions each year for each constituency. And they then pass these applications on to the new social housing program, which is a unit in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation on the housing. And that unit has an oversight committee which takes all the applications. They vet them and they do very thorough, very rigorous social investigation. So they actually come to your house or where you reside. They do a social survey. They talk to people in your community. They verify your employment status, your income status, your ability to work. They do a thorough check. And then after that process, they then verify that you actually either own the land or have access to the land or permission. And that would include bringing all the documentation and taxes up to date. And then from that process, it goes back to the selection committee to determine whether or not you actually pass the criteria. So without further ado, let us sign the social contract. The social contract essentially says that you are going to live here. You can't rent out this place to anybody else. So you and your granddaughter and your husband will be occupying this unit. And you commit to maintain the unit in the state of repair that you received it. And then thirdly, if you plan to expand the unit, I don't know where you would go other than up. But if you expand the unit, if you plan to expand the unit, you consult first of all with the Ministry of Housing through the new social housing program, because as you can imagine, quite a bit of engineering was done to be able to construct on this site. So if you're going to build anything else, let us know so we can advise you how best to do it. And then anything you're going to do here must be legal, right? In the 80s, they used to have a horse called legal light. So if you're going to do anything here, make sure the light is legal and the water is legal, right? Good. And the fifth thing, which is most important, that you will continue to be an upstanding citizen and have a good community. Agree to those things, then you can sign it. Make your mark. All right? Make your mark here.
My wisdom warriors, only hear what Andrew wanna say. We're not idiot, Andrew. So when you come out now and try to tell some lie and mix up and talk about you not talk social housing, you just say it, Andrew. You never remember about that. You think that we forget anything you come out and talk. We have the evidence. We have your.
So you see, at the 5 press of Andrew, let's wrap up in this one, ladies and gentlemen. And there's more. There's actually more. So, Andrew, boy, I don't know. You can't tell no lie and get away with it, you know. With these type of vloggers like Hata for the press, that is really marking down every word, having everything documented. Bridging you better not just tell the truth, my general. You understand? People are enough to tap the screen like this. Man. Tap the screen 2 times like this. Just like bop bop, you know? Yeah, just 1 2 tap, hit the like button. If you're watching from your phone, that's how you have to like the video. See? Sorry for the blur in the video, but it's more about hearing the information, all right? Well, I'm here with Atta for Press.
People when I do research. But there's the people like Atta for the press and the other bloggers, you can't fool away. And you know what? As me talk about this, I want to take the time out to big up the whole of the blogger them. The real blogger them. We have every single one of them. I've got an idea. Yes. Indigent person. Come up with this whole idea.
Yeah, man, big up Atta 5% all life blogger them, but more concentrate on what is said. Right? Listen now to what Desmond Mackenzie said in an interview about the social housing program. Listen to this.
You understand? But listen to this man and tell me what you think. Hear this. Indigent housing were mere assistance. So you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons, who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government, because there is a poor relief system that goes around does the necessary investigations. And if they can't provide a or something like that.
Big up Blossom and Wayne in that place. What going on, Mama Blossom? Bolo, what's going on? Yeah, man, give thanks. People, do remember that the PayPal is right there and it's pinned, you know what I mean? And also the Cash App, if you guys want to support the platform monetarily. Liking the video is free. You can join my WhatsApp group. Nightbot just dropped the information to the WhatsApp group and the instructions in the chat. The number is 1-876-451-6535. If you have not yet subbed up to the platform, I do hope that you consider doing so after taking a look at some of the content and you find value in it. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Desmond McKenzie.
I understand shutting down rumors. Me don't know which rumors when him and Desmond McKenzie come up with this whole idea. You understand? But
Megan
listen
Cherry,
to
big
Desmond
up.
and tell me what you think. Hear this.
Indigent housing were mere assistance. So you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government.
I'm tired to hear that sound there. May I get message left, right, and center? People, hold on, let me put this on vibrate, yeah? Yeah, put it on vibrate. That sound there, I overpower the sound.
Hear this.
Indigent housing were mere assistance. So you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government, because there is a poor relief system that goes around, does the necessary investigations. And if they can't provide an house, they would pay rent, because that is a part of the whole agent program. In 2016, when I became the minister, I sat with the most honorable Prime Minister and I spoke with him as to what I believe would have been a program that could at least offer some level of assistance to persons on the indigent roll. And he gave his support. In early 2016, we started with 2 houses in Clarendon. And since then, we have gone beyond 2 houses. We are almost going close now to 150 units that has been constructed or in the process of being concluded in terms of the work that is taking place. And I must tell you something, I have seen it. I have felt the pain, because most of the cases I have gone and I've visited the location before. So I do have an appreciation of what existed before, the conditions that existed. And I can tell you it is a sense of being able to do something to afford someone the opportunity of having a proper roof over their heads. And the government since 2016 has given full support to the program. We provide the funds from the Equalization Fund, and that is a source of funding that is in the Ministry of Local Government. And for the last couple of years, we have gotten funds from the Consolidated Fund. And that is why we have been able to improve the housing over the years. So we have moved from 1-bedroom studio to 2 bedrooms. Now we have gone to 3 bedrooms. We are building multi-family units that is catering for many Jamaicans right across the country. So every parish in Jamaica has...
Yo, big up Talk Your Mind TV in that place. No one general, you know. Yeah, man, holy for respect, my general. Dudley Deacon, big up. Manners and respect. One Talk Your Mind in that place. Hot tile moment, hot tile.
From the social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Onnes, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and the many lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons
Listen.
can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done...
Hey, me love how hot off I pressed just do that a while ago. Make you play that back. Make you play that back.
Like I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units.
So hold on there. So poor relief fund. Oh, poor people are gonna find land. Them people are not poor. If you have land, they can't poor, you know. Right? So them have land for build units. Something alright. Something alright.
Something all right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Something alright.
Tell about them.
As I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set up, because you must be a part of a program that does not allow you on your own. And there are cases where we have provided houses for persons who probably are not that destitute, but because of their circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units.
Yes.
So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units. The units come fully furnished. It is something that I when I came up with the idea of furnishing the units, we did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figure it does make sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on it
or furnish it.
So we provide the necessary.
Something we just identify. Who remember when Andrew Ones, this same engineer, and two other person, I think they were talking about hurricane, how much hurricane shelters there in Jamaica. And all of them gave different figures. Is it something in the JLP where within them own party, them have these lack of communication on what is the actual facts? I don't understand. How can he be saying this? He's saying that they cannot add on to the houses. But Andrew Ones just said, if you're going to add on to the house, you have to reach out to us so we can give you recommendation. He say, I don't know how much you can add on. You must up here go. But listen what him say a while ago, but that me just sketch that. Hold on there. No, sir.
Circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units.
Yeah.
So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units.
Right there, sir. You're not allowed to do any addition to the units. But make we go back. Hold on there. Well, Andrew Ones the writer, so something right.
Not able to improve, upgrade, repair, or rehabilitate their housing. They're not working. They are probably retired. They're senior citizen, or they're indigent. We also require that the beneficiary has access, owns, or has permission to use the land on which the granted benefit will be built. So, how do you actually get on the program? The first point is through your member of parliament. It's an MP-driven program. All right. So they will take your information. They are allotted 5 housing solutions each year for each constituency, and they then pass these applications on to the new social housing program, which is a unit in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation on the housing. And that unit has an oversight committee which takes all the applications. They vet them, and they do very thorough, very rigorous social investigation. So they actually come to your house or where you reside. They do a social survey. They talk to people in your community. They verify your employment status, your income status, your ability to work. They do a thorough check. And then after that process, they then verify that you actually either own the land or have access to the land or permission. And that will include bringing all the documentation and taxes up to date. And then from that process,
it
goes back to the selection committee to determine whether or not you actually pass the criteria. So, without further ado, let us sign the social contract. The social contract essentially says that you're going to live here. You can't rent out this place to anybody else. So you and your granddaughter and your husband will be occupying this unit. And you commit to maintain the unit in the state of repair that you received it. And then thirdly, if you plan to expand the unit, I don't know where you would go, I don't know. But if you expand the unit, if you plan to expand the unit, you consult first of all with the Ministry of Housing through the new social housing program, because as you can imagine, quite a bit of engineering was done to be able to construct on this site. So if you're going to build anything else, let us know so we can advise you how best to do it. And
bingo. Bingo. That is in total contradiction to what Desmond McKenzie just said. Desmond McKenzie said them cannot add on to it. And Andrew Honest is saying, yes, you can add to it, you just have to come talk to it. Very interesting.
We did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figure it does make sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on it or
furnish it.
So we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit. Right. Now the unit cannot be rented; it is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit, and the unit.
Bingo, got him, got him. One of them is saying no addition cannot be done to the unit, and the other one is saying, yeah, if you're going to do addition to the unit, you want to see this? Wagwan Elga, man and Margaret sick to the bone. You need to go and hold a fresh Lord of mercy. You know, son of a behave. Yeah, not my word. But the man them confused now Jamaica Labour Party, Bridget, when they come out to this social housing program. So them are spread misinformation. You see that? And we are spread misinformation. If you listen to what them say clearly, you know, they are the ones spreading misinformation. But let's continue.
They handed down the family, and we have cases where occupants have died, and the poor relief department retains the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need. Absolutely. So what we do, and we encourage persons to take care of the units. We notice that a lot of all of our units are built from concrete, and it has been done deliberately. One, we notice in the past year our indigent program, the previous indigent program, were mainly board units, and we're not knocking it because it was provided the shelter. But what we notice, there are a number of fires have occurred because a lot of persons go into these units, they have no proper electricity, and fire create havoc within these areas. So what we have done is that we have built concrete structures. It is wired. We encourage the occupants to legitimize their service with the Jamaica Public Service Company, legitimize their service with the National Water Commission. So you're getting, government is providing you with a house. All the government is asking you to do is pay for the light
on the responsibility
and the water. That's personal responsibility. Yeah. And I must say that we have seen where persons have responded in a very, very positive way. One of the things that we have introduced in the
my wisdom warriors, wanna hear from the horse's mouth, wanna hear from Andrew Wallace's mouth, wanna hear from Desmond McKenzie's mouth, wanna see say and a lie with the black as I tell out here, wanna see say nobody not spread no rumors for Andrew Wallace. Andrew Wallace a liar. Andrew Wallace a liar. Mighty God, Andrew, why you so wicked? Why you so wicked? What a lucky thing we have the proof, you know? Jesus mercy. The man terrible, you know? Jamaica. Why I never see a prime minister stand up and lie. How am I get away with all these things? You know why? Because we do not know. We just lay back.
True.
We just lay back. No man, we need to march him out of House of Parliament, man. No man, we need to march him out. We need to march him out. Jesus mercy. Corrupted government. The man
but how poor, direct, how poor is these people? If they have to find land, forget the housing from the government, and then you have all these restrictions. You can't rent it out. None of this. You can't. Well, we don't know if you can build upon it because that is a situation where them seem to have a miscommunication between Desmond McKenzie and Andrew Honest, right? But The article says that government slams social media rumors regarding social housing program. Contrary to misinformation circling on social media, the housing units provided under the NSHP are fully owned by the beneficiaries, not the government of Jamaica. But he just said that when those houses are when that person is gone, the house, he just contradicted himself in what he said. We just played it. This is crazy. Hold up, man. This is crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
What's up?
To afford someone the opportunity of having a proper roof in, because most of the we started zinc a door.
Not say a word because guess what? I'm watching you know. Fight away out here, fight for truths and right because this a man a lie, you know. In Desmond Mackenzie. The reason why I want to not listen to Desmond Mackenzie, me people, is because Andrew Holness is out here lying.
Make we listen
Understand?
again.
Shutting down rumors. Me don't know which rumors when him and Desmond Mackenzie come up with this whole idea. You understand? But listen to Desmond and tell me what you think. Hear this.
Indigent housing were mere assistance. So you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons, who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government, because there is a poor relief system that goes around, does the necessary investigations. And if they can't provide a house, they would pay rent, because that is a part of the old indigent program. In 2016, when I became the minister, I sat with the most honorable prime minister and I spoke with him as to what I believe would have been a program that could at least offer some level of assistance to persons on the indigent roll. And he gave his support. In early 2016, we started with 2 houses in Clarendon. And since then, we have gone beyond 2 houses. We are almost going close now to 150 units that has been constructed or in the process of being concluded in terms of the work that is taking place. And I must tell you something, I have seen it. I have felt the pains, because most of the cases I have gone and have visited the location before. So I do have an appreciation of what existed before, the conditions that existed. And I can tell you it is a sense of being able to do something to afford someone the opportunity of having a proper roof over their heads. And the government since 2016 has given full support to the program. We provide the funds from the Equalization Fund, and that is a source of funding that is in the Ministry of Local Government. And for the last couple of years, we have gotten funds from the Consolidated Fund. And that is why we have been able to improve the housing over the years. So we have moved from 1-bedroom studio to 2 bedrooms. Now we have gone to 3 bedrooms. We are building multi-family units that is catering for many Jamaicans right across the country. So every parish in Jamaica has benefited from the social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness. And I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and the many lives that we have touched and changed. I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry. Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated, yes, by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done,
no, they must have the land to build the units. How did we go from them must have the land to build the units to this right here? So let me play this out here, because this serious more than what we're thinking of, people. This is not a fluff thing, you know. This is our serious topic, you know. Listen to this.
Them wicked, you know. And you want to say one wicked brother.
So all along Jamaica, we see the government handing over these
homes to the poor and indigent. You mean to tell me that at the end of the day, these homes does not belong to the people? So all the land title them with them assign and make the people them assign land title. You mean to tell me say it does not belong to them at the end of the day? Eh? So the whole program and the indigent housing program, all the ribbon and draw cut and I give out land title and I give out keys. Jamaica, me can't catch myself when I listen to this Jamaica people. The houses remains the property of the municipal corporation. So if someone died, the municipality retains the right of the house and it is passed on to someone who is in need. There is no duplication of the services provided by the Ministry of Local Government. You hear that, Jim?
Now, may have a serious problem with this. And I think our well thinking Jamaicans should have a serious problem as well. This sounds like something that needs to be investigated. So the people have to give you and show you that they have land. We just established that. These are their words, for this indigenous and social housing program. They came out of the horse's mouth. The Prime Minister said it, and Desmond Mackenzie said it, and both of them came up with this and discussed this idea. And they said that as well. So what you're telling me is that these people have to have the land first for you to grant them this home. And when they pass away, the house goes back to you guys, and then somebody else that needs the help gets the help. So wait a minute. Doesn't the people own the land that the house is on? How does that work? How does that work?
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. From Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
I want to say that again. The people that benefit from these programs have to have land, first of all, or somebody that give them access to land and say, yeah, man, this is the paperwork. You guys can build. You have permission to build the proper the house here. Now, isn't there after that? No, them have it and sign off on it. That person pass away. You cannot use it for any benefit in terms of making any money. You have to pay them water and them light. It's fully furnished. But when they pass away, it cannot be given to their grandkids or any member of their family, according to both gentlemen in the audio, or according to Desmond Mackenzie in the audio. So, what if the individual that gave permission to build the house there want back them land? What not go do? Not go, is it a type of house where they can just move it? Is it mobile? I have a lot. We don't know.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
At this point, I don't know if you're not as confused as I am, because what the Prime Minister is saying in the article that people are spreading rumors, it don't make any sense. It's what you said. And then when you dissect this, is this, I don't even want to say the words, but could this be a SCAM? Could this be a SCAM? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think this is a SCAM, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that this program is a scam, put a 1 in the chat. I'm not saying it a scam. I'm asking the question, could this be? Is it possible? Because I cannot see for the life of me how you're going to separate the house that is not mobile. This is not a mobile house. Wheels are not on it. It's not a container house where you can lift off of the ground and just, you understand? What? Yo, this is insane. No, I am with the, I'm gonna go to Twitter. I'm gonna go to Twitter because the PMP sent out a media release on Twitter. On X, them call it X, right? I still twitter.com, right? And I want, no, labor right, I have to admit, says something. The labor right, them, hold on there. Someone attack you all the time and this never on. Oh, go on and so. People not gonna tell me, so not gonna hear me good. The labor right, them have to admit, said this situation is definitely something that should be cause for concern. The most well-thinking Jamaican have a really think about this. Like the questions are valid. Let's look at the media release. Is it this? Shadow Minister of Local Government Natalie is calling on the okay. This is it. So it reads: Shadow Minister of Local Government Mrs. Natalie Nita Garvey, MP, is calling for the Minister of Local Government, Honorable Desmond McKenzie, MP, to urgently clarify statements made at a post-cabinet briefing yesterday regarding the ownership of houses granted to the registered poor under the Poor Relief Act under the new social housing program. In a statement today, Mrs. Nita Garvey said the minister assertions the minister assertion that these houses would revert to municipal corporation ownership upon the death of beneficiaries is causing national concern and could be legally misleading. The legal status of these homeowners must be clarified as persons now receiving houses are confused by contradictory statements made by the minister and their original understanding, she said. V. Shaw, big up, right? The shadow minister explained that her advice was that indigent housing provided to register poor or paupers on the rule only revert to municipal corporation ownership in constructed on vested pauper lands. However, the minister's statement implied this was the case for all housing grants. So I really want to hear and I want to see some documentation. I don't want to just hear their words. I want to see some documentation from from Desmond McKenzie, and I want to see some documentation from Desmond McKenzie and Andrew Onis. Ivan Rose, salute you. Them two lie. Them lie too much, so they must get mixed up. Boy, it don't look righteous, man. I tell you. This look serious. She further noted that this rule does not apply to individuals who receive houses on their own land or land owned by others but legally permitted for use. That would make sense. It would make sense. Because there's no way you can take back the house from somebody that owned the land or take back the house from somebody that was given permission to have a piece of land. That is their house and their land. Nobody can come take them off of it. You know, this concern him really needs to come clear this up, right? Miss Nita Garvey is also seeking clarification for no clarification regarding the NSHP, which is administered by the Office of the Prime Minister. She pointed out that beneficiaries are similar and some are now anxious about their housing security. As a result, she's calling for the government to publicly outline the rules governing these housing provisions. I agree. I want to see the paperwork. I need to see paperwork. The opposition is firmly against houses being taken away from the elderly, registered poor, indigenous individuals, or anyone on pauper's role, as this puts surviving family members at risk of homelessness, yes, or destitution, she asserted. So I am in full support of this media release right here. Outside of Andrew Ones' article that they put out, how does the media find these pictures? Andrew Ones comforting a lady that's crying. It's like the perfect picture for this title. Yo, they are really good at what they do. These people are sinking their ship deeper and deeper, I think. Well, listen, them can go and sink them ship, you know. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's already done. It's already done. Now, let me see if there's anything else in the news that has popped up while I've been on that's fresh. Let me see here. Oh my God, why me have to go up on this and see? Oh my God, no. Oh no, Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 14-year-old dies after being assaulted and oh my God. Jeez, yo. No, Jamaica. Palm Grove apartment complex in Spanish Town. The teen is Sprite Johnson. She was a grade 9 student. Charger. Oh, these are the birds who have the mental illness. Oh my. These are the incident from yesterday. Such. Oh God. Oh my God. No, sir.
I am heartbroken and outraged. A young girl, an innocent child, was brutally attacked in her home at Palm Grove Court. She has since succumbed to her interests. This is an unimaginable tragedy that has shaken all of us to the core. No family should ever have to endure such pain, and no community should have to live in fear of these heinous acts. My thoughts, my prayers, and my deepest sympathies are with the bereaved family, her friends, and the residents of Palm Grove Court as they struggle to come to terms with this devastating loss. I have spent time with the residents there this evening, and I share their grief, their pain, and their anger. I'm calling on the Jamaican Constabulary Force to move swiftly in their investigation. This crime cannot go unanswered. Justice must be served, and the person responsible must be held fully accountable. We must also recognize the urgent need for stronger mental health interventions and community-based support to prevent these tragedies from happening again. Too many lives have been lost. We must act now.
Wow, man. This type of You know, curfews in Manchester, Kingston, East extended. Huh. Indicom probing two fatal shooting in St. Catherine. Justice Minister hails high success rate of restorative justice. Huh? Then I just need to go resign. What is he talking about?
So you have restorative justice where the success rate is over 80%. When the courts refer parties to a restorative justice facilitator, in almost all cases, 9 out of 10, they come back to the court with a consent and say, we hug up, sir. And the court will say, no order, and congratulate the parties. We see when the police refer matters to the restorative justice centers, matters heal. So you have a successful program, which we are literally begging persons in broken relationships to utilize. We want the field officers and the restorative justice administrator to plan programs to go into the communities and speak about restorative justice, let them know about the healing power, and to let the communities know that if you know of a family that is in war, refer them to restorative justice. Or we will be willing to come and talk to the members of the family to see how they can really repair the relationship. And so we have a situation, George, where a very successful program, but underutilized.
What the hell is restorative justice program? Is that does that have anything to do with the local Obeah man who come to Jamaica over there? Oh my god, I hope it doesn't. Restorative justice centers. Jamaica. Let me Google this real quick. Let me Google this real quick. I hope it doesn't. Oh Lord, I hope it doesn't have anything to do with that Obeah man. The Andrew Willis guy from India. I hope it doesn't. Alright, restorative justice centers. Restorative justice program. I should put in some. I want to know what it's about exactly. Jamaica. Yeah, I want to know what it's about. Go back. JIS. This is the right website right here. I want to hear about what it's yielding. I want to know what it's about. That's what I want to know. I don't want to know what it's yielding. Why my internet slow, yeah, people? Hush. I try to find this thing and make it come up fast, but see, I'm using the same phone I use. Okay, here we go. We have a video. Nice. Yes, I know, but they're not complete because they didn't fill out a couple sections on it, and you know that every time you are late, I have to do your work and my work. Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Look, can we talk about this, please? I've never hold it. This is the third time with you. You never late Monday. Really? You know, every time that you are late, you're affecting my work and my money. You know what you like say, feel like they're things for me. It's not because everybody else later gonna deal with them so. That's what. It's like the one who was the work. I'm not saying no. You may leave yourself. You're not gonna lie. Hey, boy, you know who you're leaving? Come on, some of you. You know, it is unfortunate that you're in this position, Mrs. Rose. As a supervisor, the expectation is that you will use other means of addressing unacceptable behavior by team members. To be honest, I don't even know what happened. I was just so angry. There is still some hostility between you and Nicholas, and a suspension will not help that. And apologize to the staff and to Nicholas. I don't know what else can we do.
Well, it is good that neither of you want to move to court. However, both of you recognize that Nicholas was found in doing mistake as well. And there is no broken relationship. So, if the two of you agree, I will make a referral to the restorative justice program.
Welcome back to the restorative justice process. We're here today for the second part of the process, which is the contest. After meeting these people last week one on one, we're here today where you both will be able to tell what happened and to see the harm that was caused and to see how it has affected people and to see what we can do to repair the harm. The process will flow today. We'll ask Nicholas a few questions and we'll answer as well a few questions, and from here we will try to collate an agreement with one.
Okay, if that's what is being done, they're basically talking it out and having dialogue. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. People, that's my time. Fridays are very, very hectic. And my internet is still not working well. So yeah, if you don't see me go live, yeah, it is what it is. All right. I gotta go on the road now and get some things done. I appreciate everybody coming through and checking it out. And shout out to all the new subs. If you're not yet subbed up to the platform, I don't know what you're waiting on. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, we do our best to bring the information over here. And there's a saying: if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of all you gotta do is make sure you give people their credit, like Hot Off the Press and Talk Your Mind TV, Wayne Lonesome. You know what I'm saying? Anissa Bella Rose, Sulfur. Sulfur does an amazing job with his edits, and how he presents the information. Mystic Sensation, you know, um, JC, Jamaica Carlos. There's so many vloggers. Um, you was waiting. What were you waiting on? V Shaw. Yeah, so there's so many vloggers out here that is doing an amazing job, and they should be supported for their efforts. And again, I say, ladies, the like button is free. Before I go, I just want to remind you of something that the Prime Minister said that I'm going to be reminding you for a very, very long time moving forward. Listen to this.
How exceptional and emergency powers are used. These criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country. Exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country. How,
according to the Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, his own words, the criminals are hiding behind them being a citizen. So his way of removing that protection is to use the state of emergencies. Not my word. Not my word. Let me play it again.
how exceptional and emergency powers are used to deal with these criminals who hide under the protection of being citizens of a country.
They're hiding. According to Andrew Otis, the criminals are hiding under the protection of being citizens of the country. So the SOEs, the state of emergencies, are expertly used to remove that protection of being a citizen. Not my words. Make him come explain that. All right? Yeah, man. Make him come explain that, man. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day. I know it's a busy day. Yes, sir. Stupidness, no. Well, I him say it, And I would love for you guys to tell me what are your thoughts on that. What does that mean for us to have a leader that thinks this way? What if somebody in our population is labeled as a criminal but is not a criminal? What does that mean for them? They are no longer a citizen of Jamaica, and the state of emergencies is what is going to be expertly used to take away that citizenship that they're hiding behind, so them can catch them and possibly unalive them in it. Man, listen, you can't make this up. This is Jamaica right now. But to God be the glory. Um, Shout out to the saints down out there that is encouraging me to give my life finally to the Most High. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I receive your calling with humility. You understand? I thank you, each and every one of you that is out there. I see you in the chats. Sometime I'm in the pastor's live stream and I hear you guys. You understand? I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right. And at time, I've step out of darkness and come into the light. You understand? And you guys know I'm very transparent and open and honest about my situation and my position. I'm not here to try and deceive anybody about who I am and what I stand for and where I'm at in my life, where that is concerned, where the creator is concerned. You understand? So big up on yourself later. Walk good, walk good.